Welcome to the Andrea Stacy show. I'm Andrea Stacy. Sorry.
So, today at work went well. Everything went fine. It was a great Monday. And then we sometimes, before we do the podcast on Mondays, we go to what we call the diner. What's its real name? Boomerang.
Boomerang Diner.
Yeah, so we just call it the diner. And they know us in there pretty well. And when I got there today, there were no tables. So I got there first. I called Andrea and was like, where do you want to go? Because we didn't really want to do like a full restaurant. We like to hang out when we go to eat. So we decided to go to Brahms, which is a burger place in Oklahoma. I think there's a few in Texas. But the dairy for that, it's an ice cream shop that serves, your typical fast food stuff and breakfast foods at breakfast time. But their dairy is not far from here. It's in Tuttle. And so it's fresh or, whatever you want to call it. So we go in there, and it's kind of funny because we're out of our element there. I think we've only eaten there together a couple times. We've gone through the drive-thru, but we've never sat in there. There were kids screaming bloody murder. I mean, bloody murder. And then I go in to get a table just to save one because there aren't that many empty ones. And Andrea texts me she's here, so I turn around. And when I look at her, there's a guy in front of her in like a work shirt, like a highway type work shirt.
Electric company.
Yeah. He looks exactly like my cousin's ex-husband. Like, I dead stopped. Mm-hmm. Like, didn't even get all the way out of my chair.
When you were walking towards me, I saw you looking at him.
I was staring at you, straight
and I thought
in the
you were
eyes.
walking up to him, so I was like, wondering what
I was trying to make my mind up if I was going to say something or not, if I could tell if it was him or not. But there was just something about his eyes that weren't quite right. But he kept looking at me, which I don't blame him because I was...
Had a soul.
Yeah, he had a soul. He kept looking at me, which I don't blame him because of the way I felt like I was looking at him. It's kind of daring him to speak to me, if that makes sense.
He's going to see what he says and bracing yourself for it.
Yes. So I determined that guy still works at his job and not for an electric company that... I don't know where they're based out of. I didn't look it up, but the name was on the shirt. And so then a little bit later, Andrea turns around and goes, is that Aurora, my son's girlfriend? And I turn around for a split second. I thought it was too, and I realized the girl's too tall. So it wasn't Aurora. And then tonight, the Star of Bethlehem gets created apparently when Jupiter and...
You got me. 2 planets.
Saturn?
One had a ring.
Jupiter. Line up. And so we decided we'd drive out to Lake Birchie so we could get a good view of it, which was probably good because I wouldn't have been able to see it from my house. So we're going to go a certain way, but we can't because of this Festival of Lights traffic is ridiculous for a Monday. It's blocks and blocks and blocks. Anyway, I'm not even going to start on that. So we decided to go to a gas station outside of town and go to Lake Birchie, what we call the back way, because you can get to Lake Birchie from this side.
Which is really the front way.
Yes.
But it's backwards to us.
And then you can go down and come the other side and come around. But because we live on this side of it, we call that the front. I don't know what other people call the other side of it.
Well, one's a highway and then one's like the country road to it.
So it's dark out there.
So black, like dark.
No, it's the middle of the country. So I map it because I'm afraid we're going to miss.
See our turn.
Mm-hmm. And there's a car behind us.
Yeah.
It tells us to turn, so Andrea turns.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really looking at the map itself. We're just listening to it.
It says... I'm just going to make up the country road name just for the... It says, turn right on Country Road 1260. Proceed 2 miles. Park your car on Country Road 1260. Get out and prepare to walk to your destination. That was like the instructions.
I heard...
Park and prepare to walk to your destination.
I heard the...
Not...
2 miles, and then I was like waiting on Andrea to finish her story, and she's like, oh no, puts it in reverse, and I'm like, what's going on? I thought maybe she saw the road was blocked or something. It was going to be like a 2-mile walk from where it told us to park. So
There wasn't the road.
we were prepared to be murdered tonight.
No. And then when she map quests it, like we go past
We just
that,
left the map.
we don't want to miss the turn again because we realize it's way further down than when they were having us turn. It loops us back around to the other
all the way
side
around
of
the lake and try in line just back up on that road to get out that same spot.
Yeah, we were being lured.
Yeah.
We were being lured. And just FYI, if you don't know where you're going and it's dark and the instructions on anything are park next to the country road and walk,
Prepare to.
don't do it.
Don't do it. So we get there and we can see the Star of Bethlehem through the trees.
Oh, the tree goes up.
But the other stars were beautiful, and there were some clusters of stars that I hadn't seen before. And there was that one, I kid you not, there were probably 200 stars, circle that big from here, but I've never seen that before. And
it's a super clear night.
It is.
We usually don't get that clear of a night.
We usually don't go out to the country to look at stars.
That's true.
So we made it back in. Andrea almost witnessed 2 groups of people be run over by an impatient guy. She was in front at the light.
I was at a red light with my blinker on to turn right.
And there were like 3 cars in between us. There's 3 cars in between us, big trucks, so I can't see what's happening. I didn't get to witness any of this.
This big black, I'll call it a diesel dually. It wasn't, but you know what I mean? Like a big black truck. He goes around me, and then I'm not turning right on red fast enough for him, so he goes around me and turns right. Well, what he didn't see, the reason I wasn't turning right yet, is because there was a group of 4 teenage kids coming from this way, a whole big group of people that had some younger kids in it coming from this way, crossing that dark intersection, not visible because, they're dulled out with their clothes, and all you see is the lights. They have light from everywhere, none of which are directional and lighting the road up.
Right.
He just turns. He hits flat in the middle of them. Both groups jerk back, like you see like they hit a brick wall, and then he turns into the Goodwill parking lot. It was so hard not to follow him in that parking lot.
Barely missed all of them. Lucky that the little kids weren't running ahead or something.
I would have beat him. He came from, I will say, from a complete stop and then zoomed. So even though we were at a red light, he would have hit them. He'd have gone over them. He wouldn't have bumped them and slammed on the brakes. He'd have gone over them.
He was mad because you didn't turn right on a red.
And we were just talking about how dangerous it is.
These are the out-of-towners. People don't even drive like that.
The tag on the truck was like a new car dealership, so I don't even know where it's from, but I was like, I'm going to get his tag. And he pulled into Goodwill and then pulls into where it's not a parking spot, and it was backing up. So I don't know if he was backing up to try to park or was going to, I don't know. Maybe he was having a moment, but it shouldn't cost 12 people their lives.
No, because you want to get to go see some lights on a string.
Mm-hmm.
What is this called?
I forgot. Oh.
A
Danish crinkle.
It's really good.
Yep.
They come from a real Danish shop.
Mm-hmm.
Not located in Oklahoma.
Wisconsin. Cheese steak.
Man, they're good.
What's got cheese on it? Cream cheese or something on the top. I think that's raspberry.
Do you remember what I said about your gift? Jeff pointed out I left the N out of your name, so
I thought it said from Stewie.
Well,
it's like this
I have great handwriting. Me,
thanks,
Andrea, Stewie.
Thanks, Stewie. Stewie. I know it's your name. I see it now, but when I first said it,
I probably left the C out of it. I'm bad about that.
Have you ever had somebody ask you how to spell your name and it does not come to you?
Oh, yeah. They're like, is it EY? Mm-hmm. I'm like, what? What's EY?
They're like, is it ANDRIA? That was when we got an extra letter in there, and I'm like, yeah, no.
No, it's not. project book.
Oh, yes. Thank you for being a friend. Now, that's something I can get behind.
I flipped through
That's
it.
amazing.
It has some of the sayings in there, and it should come with
That's
everything you need.
amazing.
So
That's amazing. I bet I can knock that out for you.
I bet you can too.
Oh, it's more than just that.
Yeah,
Like, you have your choice.
Yes, there's several patterns.
That is cool.
It was that or
As they say, single.
yes.
This is the Henny Penny episode where Rose tries to like save them in the end because she tries to get the kids to clap. They wanted to see them all live and not get eaten. None of the kids clapped. That's Kimber's favorite episode. Oh, this is great. This is amazing, actually. Shady Pines Mall. Eat dirt, die, trash. Yeah. That was Blanche.
Has some good ones in there. I thought I could try to like do them. I thought, no, I think she might enjoy
Blanche. My beauty has always been a curse. I love it.
Good.
That's amazing. Yeah, that'll be on my wall for sure. Picture it, Sicily. I'm gonna put that in the kitchen actually.
It's Jeff. I'm going to take the call.
Yep.
Hey. Yay.
The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana.
Uh-huh. Oh. Yay. Easy fix. Thanks for calling. I'm going to let you go. We're in the middle of our podcast. Literally recording the podcast. No, I wouldn't have answered if I didn't want to. You're fine. Thanks for letting me know. Bye.
Is this supposed to open? I feel like this is.
Yes, that's where everything's at.
Oh, okay.
Turner's car is fixed.
Yay!
Yay! I'm glad he called. Yeah, that should have the thread, a needle, the hoop.
Yep. That's going to be awesome.
I don't know if it has actual patterns in there, if you have to count or.
There's one with Rose and Sophia sitting on the table, and it says, "Have I given you any indication that I care?"
Ooh, you're gonna make that for me first, like I'd put on a shirt.
Yeah. That's what we should get, sweatshirts, and then I.
Yes. Yeah, I'll sew it on there. If you'll make it, I'll sew them on our sweatshirts.
I'll do it.
And I do believe Walmart carries all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it's local if you need to get more of something.
That's awesome. I'm totally gonna be doing that. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. They look small enough that they could be finishable.
Yeah, you can enjoy doing it.
It's not the entire alphabet and then numbers 0 through 9.
Yeah.
Upper and lowercase. Like, could you imagine back in the day having to, like, you were judged by how good of a woman you were by your applique or not applique.
Sampler.
Sampler. Nope. Embroidery sampler.
Nope.
Those are beautiful though.
Mm-hmm.
I used to make flowers out of ribbon. You know, you would run it through and leave it humped or tie it down in different places and make roses and things.
That's cool. I just remember trying to master the French knot. It always pulls through. I don't do anything with what.
Or it's this high off
yeah, that's mine.
Yeah,
and it looks like a wart. It's the French wart. Cancer.
That sounds like a really bad disease.
Asymmetrical. It's not pretty. It's been a heck of a day. Coming home, I got lost.
Oh, that's right, because you went.
Well, the Kilpatrick Turnpike, I'm used to it terminating. You know, like I just go to the end and then you have to turn left.
Yes.
Like you never get a choice. Well, I forget that other part is open that goes for like miles around. Yeah. And that one turnpike we were talking about, I didn't take it. It's the Kickapoo Turnpike.
Kickapoo.
And it's like 23 miles before you hit, you know, like that Cracker Barrel in the city, like that section. You hit that, and right now it only goes as far as Northeast 23rd.
Oh, okay.
So that's the 8 miles, I guess, that they have built, but it's supposed to continue on down like we talked about. So as they get that done,
I'll have to tell Allison that she can take that.
Yeah, we'll get on the Kickapoo Turnpike to get on the Turner Turnpike.
Yeah, quick.
To get on the Creek Turnpike, to get on the Seminole Turnpike, to go through Tulsa, $12, $15 each way.
Yeah.
Welcome to Oklahoma.
If
it's a paved road and it's running smooth, just get ready to pay toll.
Yeah. If it's full of potholes, get ready to pay more toll.
And in my car, maybe that's what happened because the shocks or struts or whatever those little cars have gone out. What do you bet I look under there and it'll be like those things that are on rocky horses? It's fine. You know what I was thinking though? Not that we're in any financial position to do so, but if I ever trade that car in, I'm going to get a minivan.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think I will.
As much stuff as you guys haul and having Kimber as often as you do, why not?
Yeah. I thought that'll suit us because you know Dean likes to pile things in and we don't always stretch out drive the truck.
Yeah.
And if I want to put, you know, some doilies or headrest or crocheted pillows in there, I can do it.
Hang a nice tapestry from the wall.
Yes. Pamper.
Yes. Okay, what is the word?
Heat turn dye trash.
What is the word afghan?
Yeah.
You know
that back of the couch.
That it's called an afghan. I got educated for today.
Really? I've only called it an afghan. I guess the C's always been
afghan.
Who? Really?
Uh-huh.
Is that really the proper way to say it?
No.
Thank you, because
No, but you know who I told you came in?
Afghan.
Yeah. Afghan. I just let her say, and I was like, what is it? And she was like, Afghan. And I was like, not a quilt. She's like, no, I got the most beautiful Afghan at an estate sale.
Was it high end?
Well, it was the school colors here. Afghan. So.
All these years I didn't know how to not pronounce it.
Me neither. Afghan.
I'm just going to tell you, if it didn't transition from a hot pink to a brown, is it really an Afghan? Shouldn't it go hot pink, yellow, green,
maybe that's
orange,
the difference
brown?
Between Afghan and Afghan.
You know what I'm talking about.
An Afghan goes on a divan. An Afghan goes on a Chase Lounge. I'm just saying.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Right? It was always like that.
When that variegated.
Start with pink and end with brown.
Yes.
I don't even know how it happened, but it happened.
Well, I think they used to just change the yarn.
They did it on purpose.
And then they started making that yarn. And one end of the scant or whatever it's called would be pink, the other would be brown or blue and green.
And kind of transition and stuff. Yeah. So you go to the end of that color. And
yeah.
You go to
you start with
work your way back.
Yeah. So they got really creative. I have a new T-shirt and I sliced. I'm lucky.
Oh my gosh!
See how sharp that is?
It's been washed.
Yourself. Yeah, was talking and I cut and then I just went like this, like, and it caught my shirt and that thing was so sharp. It didn't get me at all. This was like, I've washed this shirt once.
Clean cut. You had to have stitches.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those that you're cut for a while before you start bleeding. That's what happened to my finger.
Yeah.
I was thankful I didn't get it super good because it was right at the bed of the nail.
That's scary. That's so scary.
Yeah, there's been a few people come in with flip-flops on over the time I've worked there when, like, it's cold outside and they have stitches on the top of their feet or their toe because they dropped it. And it's so sharp. I'm talking about a rotary cutter to cut fabric with. It's just this little round 45 millimeter blade.
Like a pizza cutter, but like micro.
Yeah, it's as sharp as a razor blade. Mm-hmm. Like, the old timey. It's bad. And then I've seen people come in with cuts all over their hands, like different places with stitches.
That is scary.
Because it'll cut you to the bone and you don't even know you're cut at first.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's that fast and that sharp. There's nothing more dangerous than a dull knife. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing more dangerous than a really sharp knife if you're used to dull knives.
And in Britain, there's nothing more dangerous than knives.
That's right.
That's all they have.
Forks, bread knives. Could you imagine being cut by a bread knife?
And then just put those guardrails on the end. Have you seen that? Like they'll have a knife, but it like comes out in this thing that like makes it where you can't stab with it. I'm not even kidding. Like this cutlery that's been modified so you can't use it as a weapon. Can't even really use it as cutlery.
There go all the dang European horror movies.
I don't know. They all just wait to be murdered.
Gag you with a spoon gonna come out to be a real thing.
I'm telling you, watch a British horror movie and try to be scared.
Oh, I know.
It scares me that people are that dumb. I'm sorry, y'all, but I know you keep it clean for TV, but here in America.
But they really have scandalous television.
Yeah, they'll show nudity.
But not murder.
But they still think that's like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I laugh when, like, I'll be watching, like, the primetime detective shows, you know, or, like, their running series, and then they'll cuss in it, and then, it gets a reaction. And I remember when I was younger, I could hear cussing in movies. Now I hear it out of my own mouth.
I remember a youth pastor asking us if, maybe you could, some of you don't notice when somebody's cussing, some of you don't notice when things are inappropriate because you've been in it too long talking about being in sin. And his question was, would you watch that with your mother there or your grandmother there? And I thought, who are you talking to? I'm not allowed to watch any of that anyway. Yeah. But, I mean, obviously, this sermon was not for me at that time in my life. But then, I swear, I went to a friend's house. They had HBO, and that was like going to the movies for me because it would count down, to time for the movie to start, and we'd have popcorn and stuff. And I remember that show. I didn't know what movie it was. Yeah. The movie came on. It was just a funny movie that her parents, they went to that church to let her watch. And I remember thinking, oh, my mom, I'm glad she's not here. Then I snapped out of that pretty quick. I had a friend,
Tamara, I'd stay the night with, and she had HBO, and she'd go to sleep, and I'd just be watching.
Yes.
Everything.
Not a real friendship. I'm using you for your HBO.
Yeah. She was great. HBO was better. I kid. I know. Wonderful. They were awesome. But, she had a TV in her own room.
Oh, wow.
Had her own phone line. She had pink carpet.
They were all about her.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Not my life.
Well, this week is Christmas.
Yes, it is.
So I work till Wednesday. And then, right? Christmas is Friday, right?
Yeah.
So I'm off Thursday through, I go back on the 4th. So, that'll be exciting.
It'll be a good break.
Yeah, it will be, because I plan on sewing.
The earrings are right.
Thank you. I was hoping.
It's good. I like the
Burke's Birks? Yeah.
Really
They
good.
were $3.40 something.
I like them.
Yep. And I decided
Good.
that's my shape.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
bought 2 circle ones too, not like this, but
Yep.
I think I'm gonna try to stop in there once a week and just buy a random pair of $4 earrings.
You may not wear them, but 1 or 2 times,
Well,
but you'll be, you know what I mean? Like,
they're the right length and the right shape for me, I think.
Yeah, I always
Thank
tell
you.
you, I always have to have earrings in. Like, I feel weird if I don't have earrings in.
The only reason I don't put them in is because I put them in my bag because there's no way I'll get them in the morning, every morning before I go to work, because I really do try to sleep as late as possible. So it's bare minimum.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even have socks on. But I usually end up getting them on at work, and if I think of them, I stop what I'm doing and go put them in. But here, the last few months, I haven't gotten them in my ears. But that's okay.
They look great.
Been a lot going on.
I've gotten to where, because my ears eat the earrings. So I've realized if I put a layer of that antibiotic ointment on them and then put them in, I don't have that problem.
Oh.
It's kind of a barrier. I guess it could be anything. I could use Vaseline. But like that barrier protects me from that metal.
Yeah. Now I've only worn these twice, and they will start to make my ears itch like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, my nose. Well, I guess we're not getting together with anybody for Christmas. I mean, my parents and my brother, but we're not going to Texas. We're not
together.
Not.
Let's not get together.
Let's not get together.
Let's not feel anything. Yeah, buddy. Going on a road trip or anything?
Thinking about going on a long road trip. I'd like to go to Colorado, but I don't know if Jeff's up to it. Just to go up there and get a hotel for a night or 2 and just come home.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy, just get out of Oklahoma.
Yeah, just see somewhere different. Yeah. Drive somewhere different. Shoot.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see what he says. I mean, he won't say no. It's just a matter of if time will work out for us.
Yeah. Being able to.
Yeah.
And then get off and not be tired.
Yes. I want to make it back in plenty of time to.
It's got to be all work out right.
Yeah.
That's the thing for me. I enjoy stuff, but boy, I get tired easy these days. Like when I'm driving.
Yeah.
I used to I could entertain myself with music or looking out the window, but now it's like a fight to stay awake.
Yeah. The last time I drove somewhere, I don't remember where it was. It was a long way. I guess the last time I really drove was to Dallas a year ago.
Yeah, and you used to drive to Dallas and back during a day, like
yeah, I do in one day. Yeah, that was hard on me with Turner, but that was the first time I've ever taken Turner to a swinger party. Is that what it's called?
It was, yeah.
I randomly thought of that the other day and just died laughing because, oh my goodness.
I wonder if they got shut down during COVID.
I bet it's a hot spot if they didn't, because
they just moved it inside and are really enjoying wearing masks.
Yeah.
Some of them already did anyway.
Yeah, they did. It's fine. Oh, we're lucky we got out of there.
They don't mind shoving swabs up their nose either to test for diseases.
Oh my goodness. I have got to write that story down sometime.
Good.
Just for,
tell it at his wedding.
Yes. That would be good. Aurora, if he marries Aurora, he'd be like, I already know how you are.
Wasn't that after the Joe Rogan concert thing?
Yeah, we got to see Joe Rogan that night.
What do you call this?
Comedy show.
Comedy show. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'd love to go see him and what's his face?
Chappelle.
In Austin. They're doing it in January, like 3 nights in a row. But
it's probably already sold.
yeah, by the time I found about it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I figure he'll be playing at that theater quite often, so I'm just gonna have to find their Facebook page and just kind of pay attention. Because you can get to Austin in, what is it, 6.5, 7 hours? If it's that long. And you can stay anywhere. You just got to be able to get to the club.
Yeah. Texas is getting so big. Or overpopulated.
Yeah. That's okay too.
Yeah. As long as they just stay on their side of the river, I can deal.
She means the Red River, not the Mexican border river. Isn't there the Rio? Isn't there one that runs there?
Rio Grande goes to New Mexico.
Oh, I thought it went down the bottom of Texas.
Well, it goes to New Mexico, and I think, the southern New Mexico lines up with Mexico too in that one part. It may be that one.
Oh, I thought it went halfway across, that side of the state.
Now I've got Abba's Fernando song in my head. Anthony says he loves that bourbon soap.
Oh, good.
Should I play it? Abba Fernando.
Yes, we need. Yeah, you should. Because there's probably somebody out there who hasn't heard it.
I get the right one this time. '80s intros, rock ballads.
There's the drums.
Or they all acted like they were into their music.
Yeah. Nice transition with the plane.
If they could just work the name Fernando in.
I know. At least a couple more times.
Oh, shit. I just want them to hit the chorus, but apparently that's going to be 7 to 8 minutes from now.
At least.
Come on. Aren't these people from another country, or were they from America?
I really don't know. They look Swedish to me.
Maybe I'm thinking Ace of Base.
Oh, Ace of Base was Russian.
Okay.
Now I gotta look that up. They were something. Swedish.
ABBA or the other
Ace of Base.
Okay. You lit Fernando if you're open grace. Anyways.
Oh, they're Swedish too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
My eyes are jacking up. I don't know what's going on with them. They're itching like crazy. They're not bloodshot though.
Yep, it goes through Texas at the very bottom.
Okay, I thought I saw that in my head.
It goes through New Mexico, and it makes that squiggly border at the bottom of Texas for a little bit.
Thank you, because I thought I'd lost my mind.
That little.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, Yeah.
Well, we may see you next Monday. It depends on if my cousin comes up or when she comes. We may do this earlier if you're not busy, if she's coming
Yeah, thanks.
for that night, but and we may skip a week. Who knows what's happening? Not me.
Like I plan and then I change my mind. So we promise you nothing.
Never have, never will. Bye.